Good morning, everybody. I'm Deanna Goldriga in for Kate Baldwin. We begin with breaking news on the war in Ukraine. Ukraine's president says at least 5 people are dead after Russian airstrikes hit several residential buildings across Kyiv. Rescuers are still putting out the flames. In less than 3 hours, the capital city will go into a curfew through Thursday morning as Russian forces close to Kyiv intensify relentless attacks on civilians. The northeastern city of Kyiv, meantime, also coming under heavy bombardment. Officials there say the city was hit by 65 shelling attacks just yesterday. At least 1 civilian there was killed. All this as the leaders of Poland, the Czech Republic, and Slovenia travel to Kyiv to meet with Ukraine's president and express their solidarity as the country continues to be attacked by Russia. And we are just minutes away from President Zelensky addressing Canada's parliament. We will bring you that live when it happens. And breaking right now, Russia's foreign ministry retaliating against the U.S., announcing sanctions against President Joe Biden and other top U.S. officials. This after the White House announced sanctions on Vladimir Putin more than 2 weeks ago. So let's begin our coverage with CNN's Scott McLean live in Lviv with the breaking details on the deadly attacks in Ukraine. What more do we know right now?
Hey, Beata, yeah, there were audible explosions heard in central Kyiv this morning, and that's because there were a lot of them, and they were quite close by. The first one, some kind of a military strike, hit a house south of the city. It left a huge crater in the ground, caught the house on fire. Luckily, no one was hurt there. Not long afterwards, there was an apartment building just a stone's throw away from central Kyiv, only about a mile or two away, where the bottom 5 floors of that 10-story building actually caught fire. And then, again, in western Kyiv, just outside the city, a 16-story apartment building was hit. The fire racing up many of those floors, most of the floors of that building. At last that we got images there, it was still smoldering. All told, from all of these attacks, 4 people have been killed there. According to a senior U.S. military official, the Russian forces around Kyiv have not made a whole lot of progress in recent days. Even that infamous military convoy moving down south, they're still at their closest point in the northwest, about 10 miles away, and so they seem to be stalled, at least for the moment. There are airstrikes. There was one earlier today in the west of Kyiv in a place called Rivne, which is actually only about a couple of hours drive from where we are. It was on a TV tower. Local officials there say that 19 people were killed. And so as those airstrikes start to get more and more frequent in the western part of Ukraine, obviously they are preparing in places like Lviv. There's a monument here that they are encasing just to keep it safe in the event that those airstrikes start hitting this city as well.
Yeah, and as those airstrikes become more common, right, we are hearing more and more reports of deaths and casualties there. Scott McLean, thank you.